Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And finally, we've gotten around to doing the summons. I've used Jaune, so now I have a better idea of what she can and cannot do. And so it's time for the Should You Summon video. And it's very simple. Jaune works really, really, really well on the new Spirit Master team with Velzard. She will be not really as good on other teams, even with Velzard, because not every team has room to fit both Jaune and Velzard just to activate one part of Jaune's skill. And then Jaune just alone by herself is just not really going to be that all that useful in any kind of place. So you're better off just bringing somebody else. So while we're on the banner, let's look at what the banner actually has in order to give it some value. And it has her, and then it has Commander Shizu, who is still a fairly competent AoE fire character with her own buff and support buffs. And then we have the entirety of the Exalted Champions 2.5 anniversary meta, so a whole year ago. The Masked Hero can be useful in certain situations as like an orb stealer or an AoE damaging character. I use her for Valor Cup and Tower. Rimuru is okay on the antagonist team. You can put him other places, but he is very limited. He needs a skill fusion. He needs to be able to use his alt swap twice or something. Milim is just damage. And then Guy is our most recent AoE space nuking character that actually does damage. So, and that's it. So, I mean, there's no Velzard here. Individually, these characters are okay to meh. So, there's not a lot of value in the other featured characters on this banner. So, that's already not great. But now let's take a look at her kit. Let's take a look at her skills. Let's read off what they do and try to give some context to them. I did the video giving context to it a couple days ago, but now that I have used her, I now understand it better. Her first skill, all element buff. Earth, water, wind, space, whatever, whoever, she can buff whoever for 100%. Okay, that's fine. Aegis power is the new buff. We have Velzard who gives Aegis rate and the Aegis resistance down. If you combine Velzard and Jaune together, that's 100% Aegis power down, and, well, 100 power up and 100 resistance down. Like, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of buff right there, plus the element buff. That's very strong. But if you don't have Velzard, who is currently the only character in the game who can give Aegis rate, you're not going to see this half of the skill. And that's where the most of her power is coming from. 100% element is strong. It's not as strong as this. And if you just don't have the one character who can activate it, you're kind of SOL. So you do need to run both of them together to get the maximum value. Her second skill makes it so any alt orb, Soul of Combos, for any character, if you use it, you will get the same kind of return as what a normal standard blue orb would do with all the other special blue orb effects in play. So on the blue stacking Spirit Master team, if you use this zero cost skill and you send a Velzard alt, instead of getting like 3 skill points from it and nothing else, you get like 80. Because it's acting not only as an alt orb, but also as a blue that's being buffed by 500% skill points and 40% protection gauge. It's going to give you a lot of return. And that can be useful. And it's also going to give you an extra 50% alt gauge increase on blue orbs. So it's going to give you that as well. On other teams, though, like if you were to try and put this Jaune on the Freeran team, or the Divine General team, is it all that useful? I mean, you'd get some protection gauge, but a lot of the other teams in their beatdown battles, blues are nerfed. So it's like, do you want to do that? Is it going to act like a blue orb being nerfed? I don't think so. But are you bringing her just for that? And the element buff, which you might already be getting from a different character? Like, Divine General already has Raphael, who's giving 120% space and dark, and space is the nuking character on Divine General. You don't need 100% because it's going to get canceled out. And there's no room to bring another character who's not Divine General with Velzard, because that team needs a full Divine General team. So, Jaune, in my humble opinion, is another true definition of a luxury character. You don't need her. but she is very nice to have. She's very pretty to look at. Her skills are good when you can activate them. But if you can't activate this Aegis power, and you don't really see a good use of this orb change, this alt buff skill thing, I don't quite know what I'm going to call it yet. But like, if you're not really using her for that, then what are you using her for? Why are you summoning for her? If you don't have the Velzard, there's really no point in summoning for this Jaune. And that's just the straight up truth. If you have no way to activate the massive like part of her damage buff, then there's no point in summoning for her. Unless Jaune is waifu and you don't give a shit, which, fair. Have at it. But overall, I don't think people should summon for her. Her banner is not super impactful. Like, the characters there are old. Herself, she needs another character to be truly useful. And if you don't have that other character, she's not that useful. During her showcase video tomorrow, I will try her out on other teams. And it's going to all have Velzard on them. Because without her, it's just not going to work. And you're going to find out that having two 90-point skills is not great on teams that don't have room for that kind of skill cost. So that's gonna be, that's gonna be it. Like, there's nothing else we can do except that. So I don't think you need to summon for this Jaune unless she is waifu, unless you already have the entire Spirit Master meta. And you're like, okay, well, I have crystals left over. I like Jaune. I could use Jaune. Like, you can do that. That's fine. But also, we have one more banner coming after Jaune. We have another banner coming probably Tuesday night on the 13th. And that's most likely going to be Rimuru, because literally every Spirit Master character needs a Rimuru to activate their EX ability board. And there are no Rimurus on Spirit Master right now. So that's kind of telling. So there's a Rimuru coming next week. We don't know what he's going to do. He's probably going to be an AoE Earth DPS character. I don't know if he's going to be on the same level as like Divine General Blanc, because she's the AoE Dark DPS character, but also has a stupid powerful kit. Like, I don't know if Rimuru's going to be on that level, or if he's going to be better or worse. I don't know. So if you're not entirely sold on Jaune, she's going to be here for a month. Like, a month from today is when she leaves. She'll be around. You don't have to summon for her right now. She'll be a month and a day. You don't have to summon for her right now. You can wait to see what Rimuru does and be like, oh, he's a lot better. He's a lot less restricted. He's a lot more powerful. That looks like a better option. His banner might have more value. I don't know. We won't know for another week. So I would recommend that at minimum, you wait 1 week. See what Rimuru does, and then you can come back and make your informed decision. But I really don't think most players need this Jaune. Like, even if you have Velzard, even if you have the entire first banner right here, you have Leon, you have Velzard, you have the Masked Hero. If you can clear at least EX2 difficulty and all the other story content and everything else fine as it is without Jaune, I don't think you need Jaune. At least you can save your crystals and not summon for her quite yet. And then you can maybe summon for Rimuru, who might be a better option for you. But I would just focus on this team right here. If this is the team you're running, just get these three characters. If you have Leon and the hero, try for Velzard. If you have Leon and Velzard, try for the hero. Try and get these three characters if you are summoning right now. And if you're not summoning, then you don't have to listen to this entire video, and I don't know why you clicked on it. But overall, I don't think she's a necessary character. She'll be useful in very specific scenarios, but she's not going to have that overall any team kind of support value that Blanc has. Or she's not going to be that all-team DPS character like Tournament Stalwart Lumi can be. She doesn't fit those roles. So I don't know where you're going to put her, especially if you don't have Velzard. But that's my opinion. Since she's been out for an extra day and I'm kind of late on this, if you've used her, what are your thoughts on Jaune? Am I underselling her? Am I being too harsh, or do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments. But that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all tomorrow for her showcase.